The Shield to get back together after 5 years. Randy Orton's ex-partner returns. 6 former WWE tag teams that must reunite in 2025. As we approach the end of 2024, the WWE Universe is eagerly predicting what 2025 will have in store. One of the main reasons for this excitement is the noteworthy developments that are set to transform the landscape of the Stamford-based promotion. It has already been confirmed that WWE RAW will move to Netflix starting January 6, 2025. Additionally, the SmackDown brand will transition to a 3-hour show. Beyond these stories, each year brings surprise returns, reunions, and betrayals. In this article, we will discuss 6 tag teams in WWE that must reunite next year. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods criticized Big E on the New Day's 10th anniversary, highlighting how the powerhouse wasn't there when they needed him the most. Currently, there is no update regarding Big E's return, but fans believe he will soon make a comeback for a storyline with the New Day. If this scenario unfolds, it should ideally conclude with Big E reuniting with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. This could be the perfect way to bring E back into a television storyline. If he is unable to make an in-ring return, he could be the permanent manager for the New Day. Dominic Mysterio has undoubtedly reached new heights with his villainous character. Currently, Dirty Dom is aiding Liv Morgan in her women's world title reign, and there are ongoing tensions between him and Finn Balor. It's worth noting that there hasn't been significant individual development for Dominic's solo career in recent months. This makes a reunion with Rey Mysterio a compelling possibility. The father-son duo could reunite next year if Dirty Dom is either kicked out of the Judgment Day or decides to leave on his own. This potential scenario could lead to Dominic turning babyface and reuniting with the master of the 619. A reunion of Randy Orton and Matt Riddle could escalate the tag team division. Currently, Matt Riddle is not part of the Stamford-based promotion, having been released by WWE a few years ago. The duo of Randy Orton and Riddle, known as RK Bro, was a prominent highlight of the tag team division when it was active. If Triple H aims to elevate the tag team division, a reunion of Orton and Riddle should take place next year in the company. This could be executed if the game decides to bring the King of Brothers back to WWE. A Wyatt family mini-reunion. The Wyatt family holds a special place in the hearts of fans, especially due to the legacies of the late, great Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. 2 of its members, Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan, are still part of WWE. The Monster Among Men is currently engaged in a feud with Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown, while Eric Rowan is a member of the Wyatt Six. Given the strong bond and history between Strowman and Eric, a mini-reunion of the Wyatt family should take place next year. Rhodes brothers must reunite for the final time in WWE. Cody Rhodes is the current undisputed WWE champion, while Goldust, aka Dustin Rhodes, is part of All Elite Wrestling. However, if Triple H can bring Dustin back to WWE for a final run, a reunion of the Rhodes brothers should take place. Nearly a decade ago, fans saw them as Goldust and Stardust in WWE. A reunion of the former champions would be nostalgic and deliver new storylines. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins must reform the Shield in 2025. At Survivor Series War Games, a Shield reunion would have been possible if Seth Rollins agreed to aid Roman Reigns. But the dream scenario didn't materialize. However, 2025 could still be a great year for the long-awaited Shield reunion of the architect and the visionary in the Stamford-based promotion. It's been a long time since fans have been anticipating this reunion, and the game should make it happen next year. Rollins and Reigns last worked together as a tag team in May 2019. Triple H says he rooted for Another World Wrestling Entertainment's Chief Content Officer Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, wrestled his final televised match against Randy Orton before leaving his boots in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania 38 following a health scare. He has since emphasized that he has no plans to ever step back inside the squared circle. Although his relationship with the Legend Killer is solid, Levesque recently opened up about another member of their erstwhile faction, Evolution, Dave Bautista. The now-retired professional wrestler looked back at recruiting both of them in the early aughts, claiming that he predicted the Animal's success. In an interview with the Roommate Show, Triple H recalled how people always looked at Randy Orton as the breakout star of the group, but he always rooted for Batista. They were the rising stars at the time, while he and WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair were already established names in the business. A lot of people had kind of written Dave off as he's never going to make it, and Rick and I were adamant about putting him in the group. As we started to do the group, everybody kept saying, Randy is the breakout. I kept saying, you guys are wrong. It's going to be Dave. He was a sponge. He got it? You might not have known it at that time, but the level he put into it and how hard he worked and all that stuff. For me, he was the MVP, Triple H said. Triple H also noted that while Randy Orton did find great success in WWE, it was only after a few years that he finally found his footing. But immediately coming out of Evolution, Batista was the one who rose to superstardom. Dave Batista retired from in-ring competition in 2019 and is due for a WWE Hall of Fame induction. He continues to work as an actor in Hollywood. Randy Orton is long overdue for a WWE return. Will he show up for the Netflix debut in January? In early November, Kevin Owens hit Randy Orton with a piledriver, which led to Orton being stretchered out of the arena. He is yet to make a comeback on television. The Viper is one of the most beloved veterans in the industry today. This was evident in the year prior when he was forced to sit on the bench owing to injuries that led to speculations about whether his career was over. But this turned out to be untrue, as Orton returned to the ring at Survivor Series War Games last year, looking better than ever. Be that as it may, doubts have crept in once again after what the prizefighter did to him on SmackDown last month. But then former World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins shed light on Randy Orton's current inactivity recently. Randy Orton to have his final feud with top star, major champion to be in trouble for things the Viper can do when he returns to WWE. Randy Orton is currently out with an injury again after a brutal attack from Kevin Owens. While many are saddened about his absence, this can also mean that a surprise return and feud is on the rise. Randy Orton has been feuding with Kevin Owens since the latter attacked Cody Rhodes after Bad Blood. The former tag team partners came to blows on the November 8th episode of SmackDown, which saw the prizefighter hit the Viper with a piledriver, resulting in the latter sustaining an injury. While many fans are worried about his condition, this also means many are looking forward to his eventual WWE return. Randy Orton teams up with Drew McIntyre's cause against the OG Bloodline. Drew McIntyre returned a few weeks ago on WWE RAW with one goal in mind: eliminate the members of the OG Bloodline. On this week's Monday show, he tried to recruit Seth Rollins but failed. One star who can join him instead is Rand.